I honestly just wanted to test this filter, which I think just gives me lashes, and I'm not that at it. But also, I was reviewing some of the things I saved here on my coaching Instagram, and one of the things I saved was this awesome piece of advice from the wonderful Pearl Price. She is a social media strategist. So if you need some social media support, check her out. And she was saying that if you are ever going to have more than like 5 things on your story, just go live. Like, just go live. You know, it'll engage people, et cetera, et cetera. And as someone who is truly in my like easeful, season, I was like, perfect. Let me just go live. So I want to share 3 things tied to my new coaching strategy. And I also think these are 3 pieces of advice that you should have in your arsenal, I guess, as a creator. And it'll allow you to create in a way that's really authentic and sustainable, which is how you can actually remain consistent. So took a couple of notes here, but I'm going to try to get through this relatively quickly. So the first thing is you have to be comfortable with being seen trying. I think in the beginning, especially, we really want everything we're creating to be perfect. And we're holding ourselves to a really high standard because we're often comparing ourselves to people who are 1 year, 5 year, 10 year, 20 years into their career. And we're comparing our first thing that we make to someone who's been doing it for decades, maybe. And as a result, it's really uncomfortable because we know it's not as good as it could be, and it's not as good as it will be if we keep trying and if we remain consistent. But if we aren't willing to be seen in that growth stage and in that figuring it out stage, then of course we're not going to get anywhere. And as someone who is a couple years into coaching in my own business, and I've been doing it, I did it for like around 3.5 years as a part of a nonprofit, I'm still figuring out the ropes in terms of the business aspect, the marketing aspect. And that means that I'm going to be trying certain things, seeing if it works, testing something else out, seeing if it works. And if I wasn't comfortable doing that, then I wouldn't be able to grow as a creator and as a coach. And so me sort of playing around with the coaching offers I have and, shifting and changing up the kind of content I post on my main page. This is all because I know that unless I am practicing and trying and publicly, figuring it out, I won't be able to have the success that I want. Hey, Nishia, did I say your name right? So that's like a big thing that I'm learning and practicing with my content creation and with my coaching in this season. The second thing that I want to talk to you about is not forcing anything, like I've been doing a lot of work into like a lot of research into human design, and I'm a projector in human design, which means I'm supposed to vibe, I'm supposed to take naps, I'm supposed to be this visionary, this guide. I'm supposed to be out here hitting the streets, hitting the pavement, hustling. Like it literally does not work for me. And in like the entrepreneurship coaching space, a lot of it is about hustle and lead generation and reaching out to people and DMs and all this stuff that I really have tried, but it doesn't work for me and it's not sustainable. And I heard this great quote that's like, if you have to get out of alignment to get something, you'll have to stay out of alignment to keep it. And that really resonates with me because any achievement, any success, any goal that you reach because you like went against your natural instinct in order to achieve it, you're not going to be able to keep it because eventually you're going to revert back to your natural instinct. And so what I'm doing with this new season, especially in terms of my coaching, is just doing what feels easy and natural. Like it's easy and natural for me to hop on a live and just chat and share about something. I'm already making YouTube videos. It's easy and natural for me to create YouTube videos that are in response to folks' comments and questions. And then I'm already making, YouTube shorts to promote those videos. So it's easy and natural for me to throw those same shorts onto my coaching page. Now, like I said, with the first one, I'm trying this out. I'm trying out this specific strategy and approach, and I'm going to allow myself to see if it works and then adjust as necessary. But I've learned that the hustle way and the way of, creating 2 YouTube videos a week and then creating content for YouTube and Instagram and LinkedIn and TikTok, like that was not the method that worked for me. And any success that I got from that, ultimately, I could not sustain because it wasn't my normal flow. So honoring your normal, natural flow is so key. That's actually the gist of what I shared in today's YouTube reel, or Instagram reel. That is really a YouTube short. And then the final thing is to just be honest about your motivation. And this is something, as a coach, this is something I'm often presencing, because to be honest, I started my coaching business after quitting my job because I was like, I gotta bring some money in, you know? And I genuinely love coaching and I love supporting people. But the difference between just doing that one-on-one, doing that with people who, you know, have a desire to be creative and want to get some support to show up more consistently and authentically, the one-on-one support is very different than the business side of like growing a business and doing all the back end and doing all the admin and doing all of the marketing. Like, that's a whole different skill set. And what I realized is that as I've been figuring out how to balance all of these things, and also how to be the best coach I can be, how to, you know, maintain my own energy so that I'm really pouring from a full cup, that's meant that there have been times when I've been like, I actually don't want to take on any more clients right now, but I wasn't being honest about like, oh, there's a sort of deeper motivation for why I'm doing certain things, such as like raising my prices pretty high. And it was because, one, I had limiting beliefs around how much folks could afford, and I leveraged those limiting beliefs to get what I wanted, where I was like, great, if folks can't afford this, if I make it this price, folks won't come. That's exactly what happened, and I was low-key so happy. And I think that's the thing about our lives and the way they mirror what's happening in terms of our internal world. Someone actually DM'd me about this, and I'm still figuring out how to turn it into like a full-length video. But, you know, so often we're trying to manifest or create something new. We look around at our life and we see all the things that we don't want and all the things that aren't satisfying us, when in reality, the life we have now is a reflection of our younger selves and what we thought we wanted and needed. And of course, we're always changing and growing and evolving and adapting. So of course, the things that we want will change, and then our lives will no longer make complete sense to us. But if we understand that secretly or not so secretly, the life we have now is exactly what we wanted, we can have some grace and we can have some acceptance and we can have some fun. And we can realize like, oh, I'm very literally living my dreams. This is exactly what I wanted, and I'm not mad about it. And if I want things to be different, I can make some steps to actively change it, but I don't need to be worried that things won't happen as I want them to, because things are always happening as we are aligned to them. So those are the 3 steps that I wanted to share, the 3 tips that I wanted to share, and sort of how they're showing up in my life as a creative and as a coach. If you want some one-on-one support, you can DM me and just talk to me about what's going on, and I'll probably make a full YouTube video about it so that more people can benefit from that support. But if you want to get the actual coaching, you can put some time on my calendar and I'll hold some space for you, and we'll work together to figure out what's blocking you from showing up consistently and authentically. I can't make any promises about how often I'll go live. I truly am letting the spirit lead me, but let me know if you enjoyed this, if it resonated, and perhaps I will do it again sometime this week. But like I said, no promises. I'm not lying to you. Okay, bye.